Hey guys, welcome back to Hardly Working. In this video, I'm gonna be taking this all the way down to this. This is all planted grass now. Just a nice smooth surface. Grass is starting to come up after only a couple days after I planted it. I got water on it, coming on it as you can see with the sprinklers. It's working good. I have 4 impact sprinklers out here on 2 automatic watering timers, so it's keeping it moist for me. But let's jump back in time and get to it. If you've seen a couple of my other videos, you already know this is my old watermelon plot. I no longer use it. It's kind of an eyesore around the property when you drive in the driveway. Right now it's just dirt, so it's just growing a bunch of weeds, and I'd rather have it be grass. Best way to do that is just to knock all this old fence down. I'm gonna roll up the wire, save the posts, and turn this back into grass like it originally was. I have water out here to start the new grass seed whenever that comes time, so that's gonna be nice. And yeah, the first thing I had to do earlier was, or just a second ago, was take out all the burn weed, because man, that stuff was burning me. I hate that weed, dude. It really gets to you. One of the reasons this is such a poor spot for a garden was because it is right next to this giant 160 acre approximately field out here, and it is always windy. No matter what, if it's super calm, it'll always be windy right here. Here's all the burn weed I pulled out. Oh man, I was just sticking your hand in that. So all this used to be landscape fabric, just like my current garden is. Last year I ripped that all up, rolled it up nice, and it's sitting in my shed right now to be used at a later time. But these ones out here, I'm just gonna throw these away. I got a couple more I never did last year. That's the first thing we're gonna do is get this all torn up. Piece of pipe here. Now I gotta see if I can roll this up. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I just gotta get it in the dump trailer. Oh yeah, look at that. Now I gotta try and get that on top of my truck bed here. Top of this platform. Oofda. Okay, that should be everything besides just the actual posts, and I guess the gate too, over there. That should be everything besides wire and wood. So I'm gonna take this stuff, make a trip at the burn pile, make a trip to the dump trailer, and then come back with the weed whip and get this all weed whipped up so it's easier to pull this fence out, easier to see what we're doing. I have this fencing pliers that I'm gonna, it's gonna got a nice hook on it. I'm gonna pound those fencing staples out of the posts. That's my plan. My microphone fall off my shirt. Now I got that put away, let's get the weed whipping around the edges here to make it easier to. That all cleaned up, nice. Now I can go ahead and start ripping this fence off. Grab this piece of concrete here. I'm worried there's gonna be wasp nests underneath it, but we're just gonna have to go for it. Something underneath it. There was something underneath it. I'm just gonna start ripping these staples off of here. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna go yet. Okay, this actually works really good. So I'm gonna grab a bucket to put all these staples in so we don't gotta drop them all on the ground. Just some on this back side of this too. Staples everywhere, man. Now that I got this end off there, I should be able to just go down the line. Way easier than the end. The end is the hardest part because there's so much extra going on. Tiger Popper 3000. Alrighty, so I got, off camera, I got this whole side done. The posts just pull out of the ground when they're in the dirt. I have a couple that are in post foam, I think I used on some of these. I used concrete on some of them. Not exactly sure, but most of these middle ones are all just in the dirt. So, it's a matter of just rolling up the wire and pulling the posts out. And then I'll show you here, I got it nice and rolled up nice to save for future projects. So, that's the whole one side done there. The post just came right out. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna film much of it because boring, but I'll film this side, I guess. I'll film this side. I'll take a little time lapse of me taking it down. I'm excited. I mean, I'm a little bit sad that this is going away, but at the same time, I'm excited for this all just to be grass and just look nice and be able to mow it. So, end of an era. And in my last video, I put this together here. This is my new spigot. I used to have a spigot on that post over there, but it was inside the garden and it was just a pain. It was above ground, ugly. So since I'm getting rid of that, I put this in a valve box. So now it's nice and in the ground for the fruit tree irrigation there. And we got a spigot here, which I will use to water the grass once I get grass planted here. Doesn't the grass out here look nice? We could get in lots of rain. After a tornado day, we had tornado mornings this morning. Tornadoes ripping through the county. This is a nice night instead of what we had earlier. Hey guys, it's the next day and I'm gonna get these posts pulled out of the ground. There's a couple things I wanna grab in the shed, just in case we need it. I know for sure we need a strap to hook to the skid steer bar and lift that up. So strap link here, and then I'll hook to I need a carabiner too, I suppose. And just in case we need it, I'm gonna grab this drill, a bit big enough to, let's see, stick this bar through, just in case this won't grip the post, so we can stick this bar through. So I think that'll be a 1/2-inch bit. So 1/2 inch won't be quite enough, so I'll need to grab my big 5/8 inch bit right here. We'll bring that out just in case. I don't think we're gonna need it, but who knows. I'll have to take the grapple out the skid steer, but let's put this in here for now. Be good to go out to the garden. Post here should be pretty easy. The only thing I'm concerned about here is how am I going to get in the skid steer once I have this hooked up. I guess I can just go like, I just don't know how I'm going to do it. So what I got to do is bring this out there. Get this out of my way here. then I'm gonna hook this carabiner to these two straps. I'm gonna put it around the post, hook the carabiner to the two straps, like so. Then I'm gonna come over with that, get closer until I can reach that. And then I'm gonna hook the carabiner to this hole in this hitch thing. Should be able to pull that post out of the ground. Should grip. I'm thinking it should grip it. I hope it'll grip it. It's not. It's not gripping it. So we're gonna need to do that thing I just showed you. Like that's doing right there. And there she is. Some of these are in post foam, which is like Sika something. Post foam, I'm familiar with it, but it's basically just this foam that expands once you pour it in the ground. So it's really light. It just has a pretty good grip on the ground. I'm gonna bring these over here. There's one, I guess. Pulled out very nicely. Let's keep going. This one's also has a pin, so that'll be handy. So I'll just hook this. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 posts left. I'm just gonna get these out, cranked out, and then I'll come back to you when I get them all done, and we'll start tilling it up, I think, with a skid steer. So I'll show you when I'm done with that. All right, so I've got all the posts out of the ground, as you can see. Now I got them all piled up here. I got different piles of stuff to go to different places. I'm just gonna start taking loads away on the skid steer. Fencing I'll take over, and we'll keep that by my other garden shed with the other wire and these concrete. Cut the concrete off of this and then put the posts. We'll keep the posts and then get rid of the concrete in the dumpster, in the dump trailer. All these posts we'll keep out by my garden again. This will go in the dump trailer. We have a metal scrap bin at our shop, so the metal will go in there, and then the wood will go in the burn pile on that. And then these foam things will all go in, foam and posts will all go in the burn pile. So I'll start taking loads away. Stay on here and not roll off over. All right, I don't have my gimbal died here, but so it's a little bit unsteady, that's why. I got everything all tilled up. Then I packed it all down with the skid steer, like drove across everything, and then I used the bucket and got it all low spots filled in. Just finished dragging, and now this is what it's looking like out here. A pro tip when you're dragging things, go in a circle over and over and over and over. Keep overlapping circles. That's how you get it really nice and even. It fills in all the low spots. Instead of just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you go in those circles, it really makes a big difference in how the end result is. So I did the edges back and forth, but looking pretty nice out here. My biggest concern was getting this transition right, but I think I did pretty good. So it won't be a big bump when you're going over the mower. transitioning from grass to the new dirt. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. We'll get some grass seed. I think a 40-pound bag from Fleet Farm covers 12,000 square feet. This, I did it on Google Earth. I checked this out. This is 6,000 square feet. So should be more than enough to give it a good dose of grass seed. And then I got sprinklers. I'm going to probably need 4 sprinklers out here. Set them up on a timer on my hose spigot over here, and that'll work pretty good. So yeah, the last couple days have been rainy and cool. We're supposed to get some more hot weather coming here soon. My watermelons are going crazy, if you're wondering. I'll put pictures on the screen right now of them. There's runners coming out of them. There's at least, some of them are at least 2 feet wide. And whenever I get a couple cool days and then a hot day, they just explode from that heat. So that's really good to see. And I'm glad this grass is growing too now. So yeah, I think it's gonna be about it for this video. So if I'm lucky, I'll catch you in the next one.